everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. So in today's tutorial, we're learning how to cut and sew this. We'll be learning how to make this kimono gown with belt at the waist. So please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, press the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like and share this video. But we have the upper part and the lower part. So this upper part, I cut it based on where I want my sleeve to stop. So you cut your fabric. You take your measurement from your mid neckline to where you want your sleeve to stop. So mine is 21.5. So as you can see, that's what I've cut here. From here to here is 21.5. And we are going to attach a collar on the neck line. So this is my shoulder measurement. So my shoulder to my bust point 12 inches. So this is my bust point. Then to my half length, I'll be using 18 inches. For my shoulder to my waist, I'll be using 18 inches. The half inch that we have here, I'll be using it to join the shoulder. So we have 18 inches there. So this is my bust point and this is my waistline. The neckline, I'll be using 3.5 inches for the neckline. So 3.5 inches. This is the 3.5 inches for my neckline. So from this 3.5, I'll just slope it. I'll just connect it straight down to the end of the kimono sleeve. So as you can see, I've sloped the shoulder. So now I'll be taking my bust measurement. 45 divided by 4, I have 11.25. So I'll place it here. This is my 11.25. Then I will be adding 4.5 inches for the allowance. And remember, I'll be sewing out of it. So this is my allowance, 4.5 inches. The waist is 42. 42 divided by 4. We have 10.5. So I'll place my 10.5 here. So plus my 4.5. I'll be adding it the same way. Yeah. So I'll just connect it. So I'll connect it down like this. You can see. Then for my kimono sleeve, I'll be using 9.5 inches. So this is my 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches. Then I'll be connecting it like this to this line. Just connect it straight like this down. So let me draw it here. So you can see, this is our kimono. This is my bust line. So now let's work on the neckline. So this is my neckline, which is 3.5 inches. It's going to be a V neckline. And I'm going to be attaching collar to it. So on this, my bust line, remember this is 3.5. I'll just take 2 inches away from here. The same thing with the waist. Remember, I'll be replacing it back with the collar. So from this 3.5 inches, the back neckline, I'll be using 1 inch for the back neckline. So this is my 1 inch. I'll be cutting the front and the back. Front neckline, I'm using 3.5. So this is my 3.5. So this is my 3.5. Connecting it like this to meet this line all the way down like this, like a V neckline. Then straight down. So this is the back. I'll be placing it under because we are cutting the front and the back together. So now I'll be cutting out. I'll cut out the back neckline first of all. Then I'll cut out the shoulder slope. So this is what I have. So now I'll be cutting out the front neckline. So I'll just cut it out like this. So as you can see, this is the back and this is the front. This is the neckline. You can see it has opening. So we are going to be cutting the down part of the dress. Remember, we are making a dress. Remember, we are making a kimono dress. So the length of the dress I'm working with is 47 inches. 47 inches minus 18 inches, which is the upper part, minus 18 inches, which is the upper part of the dress. I have 29 inches. So I added 1 inches to it for the folding and the joining. So what we'll do now, we'll just place, this is the back part of the kimono, as you can see. We just place it here to get our waist measurement. Just place it here. Mark out your waist measurement like this. So this is my waist measurement. So from this point, I'll just measure 9 inches. This serves as my hip line, 9 inches. My hip measurement is 54. 54 divided by 4, I have 11.5 plus 4.5 inches. So I'll be marking out 18 inches on this hip line. So this is it. I'll do the same thing for the down part of the dress. I'll just cut it straight down. So the next thing, we'll connect it out and just cut out. I'm cutting the front and the back together. So this is the bottom part and this is the upper part of the kimono, as you can see. Next thing now is to join. We join the front and the back. We just join only the shoulder. So just the shoulder. We join the shoulder so that we can get our neckline. So you can see, so we join the shoulder. See, I'm done sewing the shoulder. I've shown the shoulder. This is the front part. As you can see, it has an opening. This is the front part. We'll be fixing the collar from the beginning of this part round through the neckline to the other part like this. So I'm using this very long fabric. So I had to join it because it was not enough. So I had to join it on this side. So you fold it into two like this. So we join from the this joint part. I'll be starting from the middle of the back neckline. So I'll join it from the middle of the back neckline. Then I'll sew it all the way down to this part. Then I'll sew this other side all the way down to meet this other part. You see, I'm done attaching the collar to it. This is the collar and this is the excess. I'll trim this part out. So I'm done attaching it, as you can see. So the next thing we'll do now is you fold this part of the sleeve, then we join it by half an inch. So we join this side by half an inch, then we fold this part of our sleeve inward like this. Then we'll join it from inside like this. We join it all the way down. So I'm done sewing, as you can see. I'm done sewing. This is the sleeve. This curved part, ensure you notch it inward. You have to notch this part, especially this curved area. You notch it with your scissors so that it will be relaxed. So now this is the down part of the dress. We'll be joining it. So if you want to attach your inner pocket, this is the time to attach your side pocket. If you want to attach your front pocket, this is the time to just attach your front pocket. So the next thing we do now is to join. We join this side down and we join the other side also. We join it. So this is the upper part. Now I want to attach it to the lower part of the dress. So I will just pin this part like this together. Not too close, just slightly together. Then I'll pin it down so I can get the middle of the middle. So this is the bottom part of the dress. I'll fold it to get the middle. So I will just notch it so I can know the middle of I'll notch it. So before we join the upper part and the lower part together, I have this fabric. This fabric is the casing for the rope. You know the dress has a rope at the waist. So this is the place the rope will pass. So what I have here is 4 inches. 4 inches. So the length is by the measurement of the waist. The waist measurement by 4 inches. So I folded it into two like this. So what I have here now is 2 inches. It's folded into two. So I folded one side of the fabric, as you can see. This part is the part that will be at the middle. So you also do the same thing for the other side. Opening for the rope will be at the front. So that's why I had to sew it like this to make it neat. So you sew the front part like this. For this where the coming out, and it will be at the front. So now we want to join. We want to join the upper part and the bottom part together. So this is the front. We place it at this part that we notch. And we are going to sew this one along with it. Remember, this is the sewn part. So I'll place it like this. I'll place it like this. You can see. Then place the front like this. So as I'm sewing this, the bottom part, I'll also sew this fabric and also sew the front together. So I'll be sewing the three. I'll be sewing the three together, round. Then I will end on this part. I will end on this part. So that's so as you can see, this is what we have after joining that casing to the side to the waist. So this is what we have. So now we'll be top stitching this part. We'll be top stitching this part to the upper part of the dress. You can see this is it. So we'll top stitch it like this. We just top stitch it round. If you feel it's too wide, you can fold it like this, then sew. Through this part is where the belt will go through and it will come out on the other side. That I will sew the hem. I'll fold the bottom of my dress. Then I'll be making my belt out of this fabric. So I'll be cutting out my belt. I'll just cut out 2 inches long to the length that I want. Then I'll sew it inside out, turn it out. Then that will be my belt. So let me do it and show you. So as you can see, I'm done top stitching. You can see. So this is my belt. I'll be fixing it through this. I'll be passing it through this place. So it will come out on this side. So I'll just pass it through this part. So you can see this is the belt.